EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Set, ready, 90, wolf. 55, watch the curve, let's go.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, Dobbins, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Break. 57, Mike 57. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 49, check 49, check 49. Switch. Squeeze. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
57 to Mike. Good. I got one. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator. Yeah. You don't want none. 25. Check 25.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, Ledford. Complete. It's Henry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Under 10. 10. Jimmy.
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Blue draw Corkins. Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun, Ledford. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know, right? 61, matchbox lights. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Please grip.
On first down, Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Yeah.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, Zoo.
Looking to throw on second down. Ledford, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
3rd and 6.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hey, orbit.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
6-6, pull it high. Bravo.
Quick.
Now.
From the gun, Ledford. And the Raiders have got him. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
15 line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Check 52. Check 99.
Go. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Roll out. Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. I hope he runs a
Back to throw. Herbert. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Undercut. Five.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Hey, watch this.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 31 yards there and a first down.
You got to love everything about that run, except for maybe a couple of things. You got to wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing. The fantasy football guys, they are not too happy that he went out of bounds there instead of trying to get into the end zone.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Charlie.
It's going to be a long day. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking deep downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now Brown. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter.
Get ready. Get ready.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Dobbins, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Hey, we heavy on the edges,
Hey, foxtrot.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. Okay, double up. Ringer.
From the gun, Ledford. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, they're scared.
Looking to throw. Ledford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Got it. Hey, wahoo.
All day, baby, all day. Joker.
80 weapon.
On first down, Herbert. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go. Check.
On first down, Dobbins. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 37. Check 37.
A final shot before break. Ledford, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
This is Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Set up. 10-2 soft.
Hey, eat. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Spud.
Baby, that's baby style.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Ledford. And the Raiders have got him. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 65 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Raiders 38, Chargers 3. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's set a tone.
Check
Protein spill.
Slam. Showing it.
Go. Hit it.
Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
On the ready.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Operating from the gun, Ledford. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Go. Be Griffin.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards. There, first down.
At the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Raiders first down.
Here we go. 8 read.
56. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Greystone travel.
Wide.
Snap.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
35-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
I'm coming, baby.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
Here we go, D. Get up.
Topper. Shoot.
On first down, it's Lindsey. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Come off the ball, hard.
Blue draw Corker. Get it.
On second down now, Dobbins, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Gator. 61. Matchbox lights. Ready?
Back to throw. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Go.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Back. No. Off. Switch it. Come on.
Shout, fire.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
You better bring
Hey, seam 6.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Ready.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check 3.
X3. Hit it.
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor, and some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Set. 60
at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Ledford. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 38.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 31, check 31.
Shoot, shoot. Ready.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's third down.
Ready. 8, read.
Check 55 to Mike.
You don't want this.
On third down, Dobbins. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
At the 32-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Herbert. He wants it all for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Raiders 45, Chargers 3.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And now